Sexting, it has become a growing trend among teenagers sharing nude photos. But a 9 investigation uncovered there's no state law that addresses it.
Instead, teens as young as 13 are punished with North Carolina's child pornography laws. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Bradley investigated and spoke to investigators and state leaders who say that needs to change.
In Mecklenburg County, the dangers of teen sexting hit hard when in February, word spread that the nude pictures of 65 middle and high school girls had ended up on the internet. They were provocative photos taken by the girls themselves and shared with friends, a practice school police investigators say is escalating to a much more serious level.
It's going beyond just, girl sends pictures to boy, boy then shares pictures with other boys. It's now becoming girl shares picture with boy, and now pictures are ending up on various social networking sites.
The pictures ended up in an internet Dropbox account set up by a middle school boy who's now facing felony charges of disseminating obscenity and second-degree child exploitation, which could require him to register as a sex offender even though he's only 13 years old. And that is raising eyebrows.
Do you want to criminalize minors for this type of activity?
The problem for police and prosecutors here in North Carolina is that the options for dealing with sexting cases are very limited. There's not a single law on the books right now that lays out a specific penalty for a teen who shares nude photos of another teen or makes them even more widely available on the internet. The laws that are included in the general statutes focus almost entirely on adults involved in child pornography. And every one of them was written at least 30 years ago, long before cell phones and their cameras even existed. And yet, Assistant District Attorney Kelly Stetzer says studies show up to 28% of teens are now taking nude selfies and sharing them with others. According to current state law, that's a crime.
I think the challenge is for the laws to catch up with the way in which children are using technology.
It's a problem.
When we showed State Senator Jeff Tart that not a single state law even mentions sexting, he told us he'll push for North Carolina to create new laws that give law enforcement and prosecutors better tools for dealing with the realities of teen sexting. Do you feel like there should be something on the books?
There has to be, because it's too ambiguous right now. And determine, was this a purposeful intent, a malicious intent, or was it just a prank?
Those investigating teens involved in sexting agree it will take a delicate balance to create new laws that truly fit the crime.
I do think there are some instances that we need to be looking at some criminal charges to hold them accountable. But it's got to be tailored to, age appropriate.
In Charlotte, Jim Bradley, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Senator Tart says that he will try to get the sexting issue before a new Internet Technology Committee that he co-chairs in the legislature. State Attorney General Roy Cooper says he supports tougher laws. He will provide specific consequences and education for teens involved in sharing compromising photos. You can see the raw clips of Jim's interviews at WSOCTV.com. Look inside Jim's story under the 9 Investigates tab.